with myself. I'm in love with you, and I just can't commit myself.
All right. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to our Tuesday through Thursday live trading in London. Very excited to have you here. Hi, guys. I'm a little bit unset up today because I actually did an enormous amount of stuff to change some of the tools. So I'm going to share with you and show you some of the cool stuff that I did here to begin with. And I added trade copy to our trading today, so it's really going to be cool. Let me start off. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Everybody looks good. I'm going to start with the gold chart today, and then hold on a second. I got to go to algo trading and make sure the other one is at algo trading. Okay, this is all good. So good. I'm showing you lots of screens because I did an enormous amount of work over the weekend getting everything organized. This is an MT4 version of all of this stuff that I want to show you. So okay, so let's start with gold. I'm going to set this up here with you guys. Okay, so we are going to lay this down here. I'm laying down FlashTrader, which is the tool that I use to trade everything. And I'm going to start with this is a 1 minute chart. Oh, actually, you know what? Sorry. Before we do lay FlashTrader, we're going to put the indicator on. I redid the indicator as well. So let me just find the indicators. You know what? This one, this is still the old indicator. Does this one have the new indicator? Yes. Okay. So let's do Bitcoin first with the indicators. Minimize this. Good morning, everybody. I'm just configuring everything around because I did an enormous amount of work over the weekend to update a lot of the tools that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to walk it through with you here. So I'm going to put the indicator on here first. Okay. Here's the really cool part about the indicator. Hold up. Control I. Properties. Okay, I want to do this thick. I want to do this thick. Cool. Control I. Properties. I'm doing it the wrong one. This one, I want to do this one thick. Okay. Close. Let me just do one thing here. Why is the black? Okay, here's the black line. It's a little bit tight. Okay, so I'm just trying to get it organized so you guys can actually see it well in each quadrant. So this is the black 200 period SMA, the long-term moving average. This is the 8-period SMA, the short-term moving average. And obviously, you can see Bitcoin is in a downtrend on a 1 minute chart. It's declining, right? Now, here's the really, really cool part that I wanted to share with you. In TradingView, we have this already done, but in MetaTrader, I wasn't able to get this done until over the weekend. So we can show arrows that are trend-based arrows. The red arrows are flow arrows. They basically momentum arrows. They show you selling of the momentum, and the purple arrows, the magenta arrows, are the reversal arrows. So you're selling the retraces. You're selling rallies in a downtrend. That's when they show you the rally in a downtrend, and that is the way I like to trade. I like to sell the rallies in a downtrend instead of trying to sell momentum in a downtrend, because I always love to trade retraces. Now, the beautiful thing is when you're trading BK BFF scalper, you can trade it either way. You can trade it retrace or momentum. But here's the thing that I made in the indicator is that you could actually, we're going to go into properties. You can actually choose to see all arrows or just see reversal arrows. And I'm going to just go with reversal arrows for my type of trading. So in other words, this is going to really make the chart very, very nice and clean. And I'm going to show you how I trade reversals on Bitcoin, gold, everything else, as a way of getting really good prices into the indicator. So this is the setup that I want properly. And now I'm going to just lay down the my trading tool. So we have the indicator tool. And I'm going to lay down the FlashTrader Plus. No, I don't want FlashTrader Plus. I want FlashTrader, just a simple version of FlashTrader. And we're going to set that up. It's all good. Here's FlashTrader. We're going to set this up properly right now. And I'm going to just do stop 1,000 target. We trade with a 1,000 point stop and a 100 point target. I'll explain to you why that's not a big deal in just 1 second. And now I just want to set this up as my template. I'm going to save my template as Claude. Yes. Okay. So now we can go over here, apply this template, right? Go over here, apply this template. Go over here, apply this template. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. Now I want to show you something super cool. On the side over here, absolutely free. This is a free trade copier that I'll be happy to show you how you could use when you sign up for when you sign up with ACAP. Let me put the ACAP link over here. Only a $500 deposit gets you my trading tool, this indicator, and I'll show you how to use a trade copier as well. Now, this is a totally free trade copier. So what I'm going to show you, I'm just going to do a very, very small size trade copy just to show you that I can amplify any trade I make with multiple accounts. So this is my, let's say this is my my master account, right? I'm only going to trade 0.1 Bitcoin just to show you. And since Bitcoin is in a downtrend, let's sell it. I'm going to let me hang on a second. Make sure I have the stops properly. 1,000, 100. I'm going to sell it here just for argument's sake, right? Now watch this. I sold Bitcoin in this account. This is my master account. Now I can go into my slave account, and it replicated here at size 2. See, I replicated here at size 2 over here. This is a 0.2 size. I know it's a little small, but trust me, that's what it is. And it's trading at 2 size. Now, here's the really cool part. I can go back to my original account, and if I close it like this, it will close it over here, right there. Oops. Wait, this is the account, and it's closed. See that? No trades whatsoever. Fully replicates across your own account. Really, really cool, right? Yeah, I'm reading the chat. I'll go over the continuation setups in a little bit. Okay, I just want to show you whatever requests you guys have, put it into the chat, and I will address it. Right now, I just want to show you everything that I've done because there's so much really cool stuff that I wanted to show you. So the cool part is there's two really new things that are going on. One, you can trade this uh, very much to your personality, whether you want to trade continuation setups or you want to trade reversal setups. All of them are. So let me just actually, clarify what we mean by we're always going to be trading trend, right? With very, very few exceptions. Very few exceptions where if I see some extreme moves to the downside, mostly to the downside, really almost never to the upside with Bitcoin, I will be trading with trend. So as you can see, like for example, right now the trend is down. Bitcoin is below the long-term moving average. So there's two ways to trade trend. You can trade trend with momentum, where you sell the lows, or you can trade trend with retrace, where you sell the rallies. I'm going to be selling the rallies instead of selling the dips. I'm going to be selling the rips instead of selling the dips. That's the difference. And all my indicator is configured now to show me how to sell the rips. So every time I have a magenta arrow here up here, I'm going to be able to sell it in this direction, and that's going to hopefully give me really good prices at which I can enter. Now that's sort of step number one. Step number two is this will automatically copy anything I do into my trade copy account, totally free. As I said, this is a totally free trade copy signal, really, really easy to set up at whatever factor I have it. And I have it right now at factor of 2. So like right now, I'm actually going to go to my normal sizes, which is 0.1 in Bitcoin, 0.2 on this particular quadrant, because we trade this in quadrants, 0.4 and 0.8. And now let me just make sure all the stops and targets are set up here properly. 1,000, 100, 1,000, 100. Okay. So what this will allow us to do is to manage the Bitcoin dashboard when we have opportunities. Right now, I don't have any opportunities. Right now, as a matter of fact, when you're looking at Bitcoin in a little bit larger time frame, it looks like we're bottoming out, frankly, at around this 95, 5. We dropped kind of hard after the rally in Asia, but we seem to be really, really bottoming out. And one of the other cool things that I can do here is if I think something is bottoming out, right, I'm actually going to try to buy the dip. And the way I'm going to buy the dip is, let me just come back here. We're going to go back. We're going to manage this one. The way I'm going to buy the dip is, again, using my indicator to go the other way. I'm going to go into my BFF indicator. I'm going to go to properties. I'm going to say, show me the trend arrows only, right? But in this case, I'm not going to sell the trend arrows. I'm going to buy the trend arrows. You see how price action here is kind of bottomed out. I'm actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to initiate kind of a buy trade over here right now. We'll open up our first position here at the bottom. And the idea here is, look, if I'm wrong and this thing starts slipping really, really hard against me, I'll get larger at the lower level, because I'm very, very confident that around 95 there'll be some support and some bounce back. So far over the last hour and a half or so, we've really not been able to penetrate this lower level. So that tells me that I can actually go the other way, and I can actually sort of buy the dips. In this case, we're now in a trend-based move here to buy the dips. So we'll see how this is trading out right now, and it may slip below this lows here for a little bit, but I think it will find a lot of support here at the 95 level as we get through the night. So oops, it's this one. So right now, my Bitcoin dashboard is set up. I'm watching the price action, um, and if it slips, if we get to around my entry here, I'm in at 400. So if we get around 100, 95, 100, I'm going to get a little bit larger here at the 2.0 size. So one of the cool things about the way I trade is that we never let the first trade be the only trade. We're basically entering into this kind of a dashboard format, which allows us to really manage the trade size, and resolve almost every single trade cycle that we make, hopefully in a positive manner. So this is Bitcoin now set up. Now we're going to do the same thing in gold, and we're going to set up gold for ourselves right now. In the same manner, but I have to, sorry, before we do this, I have to transfer my indicator. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to go to MQL. You guys get to see all the the BFF indicator. Control C, and I'm going to go into this one. Open data folder, MQL, indicators, Control V, BFF, refresh, and now we're going to put the indicator on here, and now I'm going to configure it to now gold is up. Gold actually is trading up. Gold is in an uptrend, and we want to be buying any dip in gold. I'm bullish gold. I definitely want to be buying dips in gold. So we will configure our gold trades in just 1 second. Let's just do into properties. Let's clean this up. We want to show reversal arrows only. Want to show colors. Black is going to be width, medium width, and this is medium width. I do this so that I can actually see the oh, why is this not oh, this is interesting. Okay, I'm going to just put this one on here right now, just to. I'm going to keep the old indicator on because something. I haven't had a chance to configure it on this particular indicator, so we're going to just simply have to use the old version of the indicator on gold for now. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Hang tight. I'm going to make it easy. Just going to go this way. Claude. We're going to lay down. Won't be able. Tomorrow when I have everything nicely set up, because my apologies, but I was working on the indicators last night. I didn't get a chance to fully test them on this particular account. So there's something, for some reason, the new version of the indicator isn't coming up on this account, so I'll have to fix it. Okay, so the cool thing about gold, by the way, you see how Bitcoin is starting to rally back up a little bit, but the cool thing about gold is I want to be, buying it on a dip, and I have a dip right here. You see this arrow over here showing me a dip, so I'm definitely going to be buying gold here, 0.1. I don't want to set up, our gold is going to be, we trade that with a 10-point stop, 2-point target. So when this completes, we have about 2 seconds. I'm going to be a buyer. Okay, I'm long gold over here on my first entry. We're going to go over here to my 0.2. .8. 0.4. Okay, and we're going to set up all of this properly. So I have like a large stop in gold, which obviously, we don't we obviously hopefully try not to get involved with, because we are managing this on a full basis. Let me see if this worked. Let me see if this. Where's my US? Okay. So the only other thing I didn't do here is sender, allow DLL, common inputs. Yeah, okay. All right, so this did not replicate the gold trade because I didn't have the trade set up, but it doesn't matter. On the next one, it will replicate the gold trade for me into the other account. In the meantime, this gold trade, we're looking for 47.63, long gold. Very, very simple idea. The idea here is gold is above, short-term moving averages, above the long-term moving average. Came into the dip. We bought the dip here. I'm showing you both the dip and the rip arrows, and hopefully got a decent price into the trade as our position. Meantime, when we switch over to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is dropping, a little bit below, broke the lows that we talked about, but I'm very happy to go buy more at the 95 level. Now, the one thing that I'm going to kind of share with you right now, like as you're looking at this zone over here, the new thing that I do, and you've seen this, you've seen me do this in the New York session too. The very, very important thing that I like to do in terms of making sure that I'm not just buying a falling knife is, if I decide, okay, I want to, a couple of 100 points down, maybe about 100, 95, 100 or 95, 200, somewhere around there. If I want to buy my second position, I want to make sure that position is going to be green by the time I'm done. So like, for example, this is green. I'm going to buy this right now at level 2 size on Bitcoin. And make sure that essentially the market is thinking, yeah, maybe this is a bottom. Now, it could absolutely not be the bottom, but at least it gives me a much stronger idea. Instead of, like, the problem is if you're just sort of like saying, I'm going to buy every 200 points down, it could go down 500 points against you before it stabilizes. And what you want to do is you absolutely want to wait until you have at least a semblance of some kind of bottoming action before you decide to want to go with this. Now, you guys see that what I'm doing here is I'm trading against trends, right? The trend is actually to the downside. The smart thing would have been probably to have sold this thing over here, but I sort of decided that, okay, at 95, this should be a pretty strong support level for Bitcoin. I'm generally obviously very, very bullish Bitcoin, so I want to give myself a chance to the upside here as much as I can. And so one of the cool things that will happen, either with this lot or the next lot, is that it doesn't have to go all the way to my original point of profit. If it goes just to my second point of profit right over here, that's going to generate profit pretty much for the whole position. So it'll be very, very useful. Now, in the meantime, when we're switching over to our gold position, that's working. That's about almost $1.50 into our target. So we will. I was going to take some profit early a little bit here to book some. And give it a little bit of time. If you guess, maybe, what we'll do, we'll make it easy. Here's the cool thing about my thing. I can go to 1.5 target. And if this thing hits 1.5 target, it will just automatically take me out. I had this feeling that it was, it was just going to kind of peter out here at 1.5. I was going to take quick profits. It's fine. We'll let these things, play themselves out for a while. I'm always taking very, very quick profits, and I want to do this. If you're a paid member and you want these indicators, so the thing is, you have to understand that this is not like all of this stuff that I have that I'm trading here. requires a ACAP account and an opening with an ACAP account. Now, if you're a U.S. customer, that's a different story. Like if you're a U.S. citizen, it's a different story. But if you're a non-U.S. citizen, then the only way you're going to get this is through opening an account with ACAP. It's designed, I designed all this stuff to encourage you guys to open accounts with ACAP. Okay, this is not U.S. Members of BK have the trading view indicator, and that's what it's designed for, and you can use it, for that. Okay, so reach me on Discord PSP, and we'll talk. So, how many of you guys are trading with? Actually, let's do the first poll. How many of you guys are trading with I trade MT4 versus MT5? I'm just curious how many of you guys are MT4, MT5, because I also have, obviously, MT5. Oh, did my thing go up? Oh, look at that. I wasn't even watching. So that's the beauty, by the way. That's the beauty of my tool. You see, I'm not like paying attention. I'm not even like, I'm doing polls with you guys. I set the target to 1.5 instead of 2 on the goal thing, and boom, it went right through and took the profit out. You see how easy it was for me to manage that position. I didn't, I did this like a couple of minutes ago, and I got distracted and totally got into it. So so tell me, guys, how many of you guys are trading on MT4 versus MT5? It's about half of you. So the good news is, so we'll leave gold alone for just a little bit. Gold is sort of, trying to figure out if it wants to create an uptrend here. It's very, very close to the moving averages. I'm going to just let it, let it trade a little bit like this. I could go one more buy over here. This is another dip arrow move into our buy territory. But let me just take my focus off gold for just 1 second and just share with you. This is my MT5. This is, what is this? Yeah, what is this? This is MT4. About MT4 indicators. Wait, where's BFF indicator? Is that the wrong one? Okay, hold on. Let me kill this one. I was going to show you that I had the MT4 version as well, but let me just get myself organized here. Is this MT4? Oh, no, this is MT5. Okay. Where's my MT4? Okay. This MT4. All right, you know what, guys? My apologies. I don't want to screw around during trading. I will set this up tomorrow for MetaTrader 4. I did have MetaTrader 4 working, but it's for whatever reason I have so many of these things on my desktop now that I have to really organize which one is MT5, which one is MT4. Let's look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is starting to come back up for us. And I want to manage Bitcoin trades over here as the dashboard plays out. So I want to walk you through the dynamics of the trade. The gold trade already got done. In the Bitcoin dashboard, we have one lot here at 0.1, right? It's down 130, 140 points against us. And the second lot over here that we purchased that was starting to move our way. And I was hoping we'll see if the second lot can rally. We're in at 292 with 392 is our target. Bitcoin is a little slow today, huh, guys? Not really moving as actively as it was last week. So we'll have to watch this. So I kind of want to just focus a little bit on trading because there's so much technology going on here that I don't want to overwhelm you with. But the gold trade resolved. We're gonna watch the gold to see if it kind of holds bid here or if it starts to slip below the moving average. The 200 is the big moving average. So we'll give it a little time and space. In the meantime, we're just going to manage watch the Bitcoin trade and see how well that's playing out on the scale. Chris, you're with ACAP. Okay, so if you're with ACAP, it's very, very simple. If you guys are with ACAP and you deposited money after Trader Fest, great. Let me know. If you have an account open with them, but you haven't deposited money since Trader Fest, just simply add to get this stuff. It's just $500 additional. Just add $500. Send me send me the slip that you deposited, and you're going to get all of the indicators: MT4, MT5, everything for you. And a lesson on how to set up trade copy. Speaking of, by the way, trade copy, where's my trade copy? This is my account. Did I screw up my trade copy? Oh, here's the receiver. Yeah, we're in the here's my trade copy receiver, and it's holding positions, right? You see that it's holding positions. You see how it's holding positions at twice the size, which is perfect, which is exactly what I want. Because one of the cool things that we can do. Remember, the cool thing about let me go. Sorry, I'm in gold. Let me go to Bitcoin. This is my Bitcoin dashboard. The cool thing about remember Bitcoin, because it's so volatile and because it's generally a tough instrument for brokers to control. They cap you at 5 Bitcoin per account. But if you use trade copy, you can replicate your size to much larger because it's per account, not per person. So the reason I kind of created this whole idea is that I think it's very useful for those that want to replicate into other accounts. Also, you may want to have one account where you're very aggressive on Bitcoin and you're willing to assume a lot more risk. Another account where you're much less aggressive, and you can set your ratios from 1 to 1 to 1/2 to 1 to 1 to 10 if you wanted to. I mean, I would never recommend 1 to 10 ratio of replication, but like in my trade copy, I have one account is trading 1 to 1, and the other one is trading at 1 to 2. So it gives me double the P&L if I'm correct on it. The EA works with other brokers, yes, but I'm not giving it to you until you give me unless you open an account with ACAP, because they're the ones that paid for it. They're the ones that did it. So I want to make sure that they get the full credit. But it does work with other brokers. So we're watching Bitcoin quietly do its thing. We're looking here for 392. Trying to see if they can rally at about 100 points from this level. They're starting to rally it here at 17, 18 points to the good. Now watch the P&L on the bottom here, right? I just want you to understand the P&L on the bottom here, because as the second tranche of my Bitcoin starts rallying, it will turn the whole P&L of the account positive, right? that's an interesting aspect of it that that you'll find very. See, look at this; it's turning all positive. Now, if I wanted to, I could just say close all. I'm just going to give you an example. I just closed all the whole position, right? The whole position into a net positive P&L on Bitcoin, right? Here's my my close here. I'll show you what my closed P&L is. If I go into properties, I want show this true, and you see my closed P&L on the whole position is positive, right? Totally positive on the P&L. Now, what's really, really cool is if you go into my replication account, right? That account all ended up positive. Oops, that's the wrong history. Let me just give you, no, I wanted to go custom period today. Okay. Well, what happened here? Really? Why is this? Maybe the last 3 days. Oops. Oh, maybe this is not. Wow, that's weird. History. That's so strange. Wait, is this the wrong one? Am I in the wrong one? Receiver. Oh, maybe I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the wrong one. Sorry, I was in the wrong one. I too many accounts here. Okay, so I want to go custom period today. Okay, yes. You see how today, because I amplified my trading, right? I amplified it by factor of 2. This account made 60 already in my P&L. Just wanted to show you the possibilities of all the really cool stuff that you can do as a trade. Now, gold. Watching gold here, guys. Gold is compressed to 2 moving averages. It's not giving us any direction. So there isn't much to do here. We're just going to have to be very patient. Gold seems to be very quiet today. Today seems to be like a pretty quiet London open day. So we're going to leave gold alone. We made money in gold, right? We actually made money. You see how much more money you made in the replicated account, and then we'll go look at Bitcoin and see if that trade works. Now, remember I told you that I had a good feeling that it was going to find support around the 95 and rally off of it. Using my dashboard structure with this tool, the cool thing about this tool is that not only does it allow you to manage one chart, with very granularity. Like remember in the gold chart, I managed that one single chart at $1.50 target versus $2 target, and it made money for us and so on and so forth. But this sort of a quadrant structure where I have 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, right? I can manage the whole dashboard from one chart with a close all button. So if I see, for example, that that I'm in level 3 or level 2 trade, and the whole position now has turned positive, and I don't necessarily want to wait because maybe I'm not that confident that it's going to rally fully to all my targets, I can then just simply close out that whole position, and boom, the whole thing works. And then the very, very cool aspect of all of that at the end of it is it amplifies it completely through the trade copier replication. So I could be trading this at 0.01 over here, for example, on the master account, right? But the account that I'm replicating into could be trading at 1 lots. I mean, I would never do that because that's too large a size. But you could be trading at 0.2 lots, 0.4 lots, that kind of size, and that really amplifies. You see how even when you just double the master account sizing, it really adds the P&L to the other side. So it's very, very cool. Hope you guys like that whole structure. I'm going to fine tune everything for you guys tomorrow, so it's all really nicely, cleanly laid out, and you can see the MT4 accounts as well. As I said to you, I have the MT4 done, and it works really, really well as the all of the MT5 configured properly. And the cool thing that I configured on the MT5s is um, that you can when you go into the indicator. If you go into the BFF indicator, you can go to properties. You can actually choose to see either reversal arrows, all arrows, or show all arrows. If I go show all arrows over here and say close, it will show me the momentum arrows and the reversal arrows in Bitcoin, right? And it will do that nicely. So here's Bitcoin right here. Matter of fact, if you're sort of trading proper trend right now, you see this this reversal arrow over here, right over here. That would have been a good sell over here if I was going to trade trend. I sort of decided I'm going to break my own rules and try to buy the 95 support. It worked fine. The cool thing about Bitcoin is you can go both ways a lot of times, depending on your position. It doesn't really matter whether you think this is a bottoming out or it's a trending down. You're going to be able to make money with a dashboard layout, because the dashboard layout allows you to have all that flexibility. You see how it's starting, Bitcoin is starting to come back down. So if you had sold this candle over here at around, what was this? This is 330. You would have already been 100 points in the money on the trend side. And I promise you, I'll do a lot more trend trades. I want to do trend trades with you guys. It's just my own natural inclination is to always do counter trend trades. And also, I like buying Bitcoin. I almost always like to be on the long side of Bitcoin. However, last couple of days, if you were on the short side of Bitcoin, you made plenty of money. It went from 97 to 95. You had lots and lots of opportunities to sell Bitcoin. It's just that I'm structurally long Bitcoin, and I have to get out of the headspace. When I'm scalping, you have to get out of that headspace of whatever it is that you think is the long-term trend, and just trade the short-term movements. Right now, the short-term movements are clearly to the downside, and all you have to do was just simply sell the magenta arrows anywhere around the cycle here, and you would have done very, very well. You would have totally done really, really well. I just thought today that it was kind of at the low end of its support level around 95, so I didn't want to sell the bottoms, but would have worked. It worked either way, right? It worked either way for us on both ways. So another good set. Opening session kind of quiet. We didn't do much today. We did one quality Bitcoin trade, one quality gold trade. Bitcoin is starting to come down a lot now. I'm actually, now it's kind of interesting because now we can see. So now, if we want to dive into the belly of the beast and do the exact opposite of what I'm trying to teach you, which is try to trade gold. If we want to try to make a stand at the 95 level, which I absolutely do want to do. Not because I think 95, will hold for sure, but what I'm confident is it will bounce. In other words, even if they break 95,000, they will find support somewhere underneath there. It will bounce back up, and it will give me a chance to resolve the trade. But they're not even giving me a chance to take 95,000. They're still playing around here. I don't want to. For me right now, the only way I want to be a buyer of Bitcoin is if it loses 95,000 handle, because then it's going to create lots of stops, which are going to flush it to probably 94, 6, maybe 94.7, and I want to be a buyer there for a quick snapback, because I think absolutely it will snap back. But that's just my own personal market making approach to it. On a day-to-day scalp casual thing, the orientation right now is clearly to the short side, and it's just a matter of whether you want to sell the flow, the red arrows, or sell the rips, sell the counter flow with the magenta arrows. But since I like to sell counter flow, I like to sell the magenta arrows as it goes. Is that clear? Everybody kind of following me on all of that? Does that make sense? Let's take a look and see what gold is doing. Gold is still very quiet, really, really compressed. See how quiet gold is? There's just zero price action on gold right now. It's not even moving. 246, just kind of dead. Although it is starting to expand. What I like to see is a little bit of moving averages separation, which gives me a modicum of confidence that the buy trend is still in place. Remember, I said to you we could have bought the dip over here. I wasn't sure if we were going to buy the dip, but at this point, the next dip level, the next dip trade is probably going to be an okay trade for us on gold. Although looking at gold right now, it's a very, very quiet session. So there's not much to do in gold at this point as far as it goes. Oh, here's a little bit of looks like a little dippy move in gold. So does anybody have any questions regarding my dashboard layout, regarding my FlashTrader tool, regarding the BFF scalper indicator, regarding the general trade plan that I do with you guys every single day, and then finally, regarding the trade copier, which is the final piece. Tomorrow I will have everything beautifully set up for you guys. I promise you, and I'll show you the MT4 version of it as well, and we can trade that as well. You guys are super quiet. Nobody's coming back to me. All right, so we have a little bit of a dip trade here. 46 seconds left. You see how this? Let me try this. Let's see if you guys can see this. Let me see this. You see how there's 22 seconds left here on the arrows. So I want to just come back out of the thing. So I'm basically waiting for this this candle to complete before I start buying gold. And I'm going to buy gold over here on this dip. Okay, 2.0. Back to the 2.0. And we'll see how it's trading out. You guys, anybody? I don't see anybody texting me. You guys want to text me? Tell me you guys are seeing this stuff. I want to make sure that everybody's listening. It sounds like everybody's so super quiet. Let me know if everything is clear. Just type yes or clear in the text. I just want to make sure you guys are here. For some reason, my text is just not coming through here. Okay, great. Thank you. Danielle e-commerce, thank you so much. Okay. Don online. Coach Danielle. Sorry. I francophiled your name. You're no longer Don online, you're Danielle. So I may have mentioned this before, but I have a slight form of dyslexia, which sometimes creates very, very funny. It says it's okay. You're Kim. All right, Kim. Nice to meet you. So I have like a slight form of dyslexia, right? Which sometimes just manifests itself in the stupidest, funniest ways. So there's a supermarket uptown. There's like a whole chain, like above 125th Street in New York. And the name of the chain is spelled F-I-N-E and then F-A-R-E. Oh, we're starting to pop a little bit here. We're starting to pop. Oh, I thought we had a little bit of a move here. You know what? I'm going to try to put this maybe at 1 just to see if this will tighten up a little bit. So F-I-N-E, F-A-R-E, right? Now, for the longest time, because it's like a uptown, um, primarily a Hispanic area. I used to think the name of the supermarket chain was Finefare instead of Fine Fare. I swear to God, I would drive by it. It took me like 2 years to realize the name of the chain was Fine Fare, not Finefare. It's just the idiocy of my dyslexia. Um, so that's why I called you Danielle instead of Don online. All right, we're starting to pop a little bit. Maybe 4 points, maybe 5 points. I'm trying to see if I could just squeeze one more dollar out of this thing. All right, you know what? Close it up. Close it up. Good enough. Good enough. We can make a little bit of money. Here's the key thing. Let me see if this replicated. So this one I wanted to see. Did this thing replicate into my? Look at that. You see that? See how that pulled up money? Remember I said to you that it was replicating on a P&L basis? Look at that. So I made a little bit of money on that one, but on the replicator, it made a lot more money. That's the beauty of the replicator, and it's all free. This is a free piece of software called FX Blue Trade Copier, which I'm happy to share with you. And I'll do like a little lesson and show you how to do that. Anyways, guys, everybody, please open up an account with ACAP. If you already have an account with ACAP, just top it off at $500, and you're going to get all of these tools that I just promised you. If you want it. If you're a U.S. customer and you can't, then get a hold of me. Either email me at contact@bktraders.com, which I'll put in here, contact@bktraders.com, or just reach me in Discord, and I'll let you know what we can do. Okay. All right, guys. Fun day. Thank you so much. Every trade a winner. 3 trades, 3 winners, and the replicator, made it much more meaningful, right? Which is really the cool thing. Tomorrow, I'll get the whole thing working really, really sweet. I'm going to get, I think I can do as many accounts replicated as I want, but I think we're just going to do, because I have to manage so many things on my screen when I talk to you guys, we're just going to do one MT5 and one MT4. And then I'll show you how all of this works. Otherwise, thank you guys. London Open Monday morning or Tuesday morning, all good. I'm going to see everybody for New York trade 9:15. Very excited about that. But I absolutely love the dashboard approach, right? The dashboard scalp approach just makes it so bulletproof in terms of our structure, right? You guys like it? Let's see. Let's do one last thing. Also, let me see what the poll said. So it's about 50-40. So a lot of people are on MT4. A lot of people are on MT4. So I will absolutely show you the MT4 version of this thing, because all the tools and the indicators work on both. But let's do. I'll do it tomorrow with you guys. We'll see if you guys like the dashboard, because we're running out of time now. I don't want to keep everybody. But thanks so much, guys. I see everybody. Tomorrow. Will be really set up. Today was a little bit of a fine-tuned day because I had to recode a lot of this stuff to make it even more useful for you guys. Tomorrow it'll be in full glory after I set it up and configure it. Okay. So thanks again. Everybody enjoy. I'll see everybody tomorrow, same time, same station. We're going to do this again. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.